Hi, Skip here. I'm going to try to keep this video short, which for me is somewhere near impossible, but that's okay. The subject is scaling or building a business that is has limitations and is unscalable in many ways, where you're limited in your production. There's only so much you can do, and I'm also in the process. I'm going to address kind of the broader picture of people who have businesses that are very slow building by nature, and how can you turn that around. So I'll try to keep it short, like I say, but there's a couple of points I need to make. I recently met a lady who has been doing chocolates for a lot of years, just came back from France, has studied to the nth degree, is creative in ways that are amazing. She does these chocolates, and I mean, the taste, the flavors are phenomenal. But aside from that, they're beautiful pieces of art, and every one of them. I don't know how long it takes her. I failed to ask her how long on a particular piece, but she labors over them, and they're beautiful, beautiful artwork on these little pieces of chocolate. She's got she puts hours and hours and hours into the process, and then she goes to events and sells them. She's limited in the sense that there's only so much you can do in a certain time frame, and she puts in lots of hours. She's absolutely passionate about her craft, and she should be. And should be, as she is, very proud of what she does. She'd like to build, but there's limitations on how she might build. Now, by the way, now this person does not want to diminish her artwork or her craft by just going to mass production. And I get it. And I tell you what, if you're a craftsman, if you're an artist, if you do something that is amazing and you're limited in your production, but you're happy with what you do and you sell it and everything is working well, great. That's awesome. You're one of the few in this world who's following your passions and doing what you want. And then at the end of the day, that's really what it's all about. So I'm not going to try to change the ways or change the platform for somebody who's already happy with what they're doing. But I do want to address this issue because I've talked to so many people who are limited by their ability to produce a particular product or products. They would like to build their business, but they don't know how. So many people go online, they build a website, but they have no idea, number one, what they're going to do with the website. It turns out being kind of an online brochure where they give out their cards. People go to their website that they've already talked to. They can purchase, on the website or whatever, but there's no real building of business, no mass traffic, efforts, or even the understanding of how would you build traffic. So much emphasis is put on SEO or search engine optimization that if you do your website right, it's going to optimize and you're going to gain organic traffic. And it's true that makes a big difference. That's part of it. But you still might have some limitations on the product that you make or develop in terms of your productivity, how much you can produce. That said, there are those who would do well if they had a signature line that is indeed handcrafted, as they might be proud of and should be, but they can build a secondary line. They can become absolute experts in their field, write materials, the content. They can be sold at a nominal price, and become known as an expert in their field, and they can get their price. They can drive a certain amount of traffic to it, and people will be willing to buy a signature product from a true artisan. There's people who are building products that are not necessarily artistically oriented. They're just very practical, good practical products, and they would like to scale the business, but they have no idea how. Well, there's lots of ways to do it. Selling accessories to their product. Getting co-packers on some products. They can get co-packers, but they don't have the money to do that. So how do you do all that? Well, organic SEO traffic is important, but there are ways to drive traffic to a site, and this and much more is available. If you're in that category of people as a business owner, don't despair. There are ways, and it's way beyond the website. There are so many ways that you can build a business. And this is one of the areas where I can help a person based on the individual business that you have, your goals, your passions, what you want to achieve. There's ways to do that, and so I'm available to help do that. The other area that I want to address is people who are in, for example, network marketing. Network marketing tends to be a one-on-one endeavor. People who rise to the top in it take often several years to get to the top. Because everything is one-on-one, starting with friends and family, many of them, people who are skilled at putting on meetings or house parties or whatever. but that's still kind of a slow process by comparison to what is possible. The system I work with and that we make available will show you how it's possible in a matter of months to become the #1 income earner in virtually any network marketing company, and drive traffic and manage that traffic and teach that your members, create a following and a brand within a brand, and just blow it out of the park. It's more than just a website. The company websites provided by most network marketing companies, or companies in general, really are useful as online brochures, but seldom ever are there systems in place to really drive traffic outside of the typical meetings and that kind of thing, touching bases with people in the mall or whatever, or whatever practices are consistent with that company. There are ways to drive traffic. There are ways to drive lots of traffic, and there's ways to take care of and manage that traffic and to convert that into business and to active members of a network marketing business. So that said, the 4% challenge, I'll have a link to that, certainly teaches people how to do all the things necessary to drive traffic, to build a list of people, to establish a customer base. It's all of those things. Leave messages in the comments section. I can help with a lot of the strategies necessary to get there. The possibilities are unbelievable. So, in the interest of keeping this short, I'm not going to go way into the weeds on it. I just want to open the door of possibilities for people who really want to expand their business and feel limited by their circumstance in one way or another. And if you're open to it, we can talk about some options for you as to how you build and how you scale a business so that ultimately you can have the time freedom and the income and the financial freedom that you really want. I say it in virtually every video. It's not about the money. Money is important. It's a great unit to measure. It's about life. It's about choices. It's about lifestyle and how you choose to live your life for the immediate and the long term. So that said, there's going to be tons of information and whatnot. I'll have a resource center that you can go to for various things. So I hope to hear from you, and I wish you Godspeed in your effort, and we'll talk to you soon. I wish you prosperity in all of its forms, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thanks. Talk to you later. God bless.